Well, g'day, folks. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Sean from the Ducks. Welcome aboard. Nice to see you. Well, we've got a couple of people in the chat today, and number one, well, this one topped the charts. It is Sharon from Sharon and Jackson. Welcome aboard, folks. Nice to have you here. You were first cab off the rank, and as a result, you get 325,000 Fair Star points, which is rather cool because Fair Star is no longer sailing. And anyway, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Next, g'day, John. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Sharon, you know what? You're asking a very good question. And I think some people are on a cruise, some people are sitting in the background watching, and others are, well, they'll pop in a little bit later. You know, it is a bit early for you guys on hump day for you guys across the pond. The Aussies are just busy getting their kids to bed and all that sort of stuff before they come on board. So there we go. Yeah, and some are traveling wherever. Sharon saying g'day to John. So there we go. Well, what can I say? 14 days and a wake up, then 20 days and a wake up, and then we're into a new year. So, well, folks, what is your New Year's resolution? What are you planning to do, planning to set up for the new year? We're looking forward to having some great things happening. Some big things happening, actually. Let me see. Sharon is saying that it's 4:02 a.m. in South Georgia. And Anthony on the move. Welcome aboard. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Nice to have you here, Anthony. Whereabouts are you, buddy? Where are you sitting right now? Are you enjoying the sun, or are you freezing cold like some of those across the pond? Well, as I was asking, what is your New Year's resolution? What are you planning to do for 2025 that's going to be different to now? From our point of view, what we're looking at is making sure that 2 cruises happen, and both of them being helping hands for cruising group cruises. As well as that, we're looking at getting the Australian side of HH4C all set up, and making sure that we are a registered charity as well down under. And then we're going to start doing some huge plans, things like trying to get HH4C set up around the world in more places, as well as planning even bigger and better cruises to come. So there we go. It's all going to be fun. A lot of you have heard the news that NCL have gone off their nut and started booking cancelling cruises left, right, and centre. For those that are going on the cruise, on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, all I can tell you right now is that we have a date change, and the date change is not too significant. However, the cruise will be going. The only things that will be different will be the ship and the itinerary. As yet, we're just waiting on finalising all the bits and pieces before we come back and tell you all the news. But we're not overly concerned. Hopefully, everything goes according to plan, and we'll have an answer for you by the end of the week. John is saying it's a comfortable 48 degrees there in upstate New York. Well, we're sitting currently on 20C down in Melbourne. 20C is 20, 40, 50, 60, 70 degrees. We're currently sitting on around 70 degrees down under. So it is a very pleasant day today. Very pleasant. It was. G'day, Pete. How you going, buddy? Nice to have you on board. Happy hump day to you too. You and Amy got the kids to bed, or are you just having some quiet time away? G'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard. You're lying on the towel at the beach, but have to leave someone called Greenpeace. Yeah, I know. They're a real pain in the rear end. Greenpeace has, I don't know what piece of green they have, but anyway. Then we've got a couple of Nightbot discussions and a couple of Stream Element discussions. But Nightbot is saying, please check out the Helping Hands for Cruising.org website. All the exciting things are in there, so have a look-see. Anyway, what else can we tell you? Well, folks, there's a fair bit of shipping going on around. I know that you guys have got, Jonesy, you guys have got some royalty coming in, or have had some royalty on your doorstep. Queen Elizabeth came in and checked you guys out. Sharon is saying that it's 67 degrees South Georgia right now. That's a very pleasant day, very pleasant start to the day. How did Celebrity Edge look on Sunday? Sorry, couldn't make it. Mate, you missed an extremely awesome look. We took my mom down there to show her this tiny ship. She couldn't believe the size. But anyway, we showed her the Celebrity Edge, and then we went down to Cafe Venezia, as I suggested to you guys we should do, and we had some spaghetti ice, and that was really quite awesome. We had a lot of fun after a big lunch, so we only had one meal, and that was all day. So yeah, it was fun. The wind was a little bit on the coolish side, but it was an awesome day, and we certainly put a smile on Mum's face. So there we go. We'll just have to make another time for us guys to get together and have the caffeine hit. Unfortunately, I don't have that song of Jimmy's about the coffee, but hey, that's what I'm drinking. Coffee in my New Hampshire cup. And yes, it is nighttime, but I can drink a cup of coffee at the same time. Sharon is saying very pleasant. Yes, it is a very pleasant temperature right now, 67, very comfortable. I could live with 67. Well, I am. We're living on just a little bit less than that right now. Actually, a little bit more. Anyway, I'm confused. I can never do the conversion. I take the number, double it, and add 30, and that's my closest to the temp, to the conversion from C to F. Yes, so the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise will be going ahead, as we all know. The people involved, Bruce and Ross, are working very hard to sort out the issues that there were. So please, guys, stay focused on it. As I said, we will confirm the ship and the exact date and the itinerary fairly shortly. Jonesy is saying, so by saying that about Queen Elizabeth, you didn't see my video. Actually, I did see a video you had where she was docking, and I saw her dock into Bernie with you lying on the beach having a look. So yes, I did see your video. There you go. If you've got anything recent, and I know that happened, I think on Sunday was when it actually popped in. So talking about cruise ships coming in, actually I should start with Hobart because that's closer to you. In actual fact, Queen Elizabeth is going to be in on Friday again. And on Sunday, you're going to get the Diamond Princess, and the Silver Sea, Silver Muse will be there on the 15th as well. On Monday, you got the Diamond Princess and Silver Muse pulling out. So they're going to be there for 2 days. That's going to be a real lot of fun. Peter is saying, I want to watch Pacific Explorer leave Melbourne for the last time in her life, which will be after the Australia Day cruise, I believe. Hey, Pete, do you know exactly what's going to happen to the Explorer? They're sending her off for a bit of a crushing. Are they going to scrap her, or is she being sold off? Do you know? Okay. G'day, Amy. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Nightbot is saying, before I go on there, Nightbot is saying, we'd like to thank all of you who donated to Helping Hands for Cruising. Please continue to give so that we can have more recipients joining us on our next cruise. That's the day you return, is when she sails out of Melbourne for the last time. Yeah, but where does she go? What happens to her? Where does she go? She gets scrapped or what? She's been sold, but nobody knows to whom. She's been sold. And my guess is it's going to be to a new cruise line or to the one that's trying to keep everybody out of the U.S. while Donald Trump is in power. Not that I've got anything against the guy. I think we'll leave politics out of this discussion. Folks, my computer agreed with me. Leave politics out of the discussion. So there we go. Okay, so having a look at what's coming into Melbourne. Well, let me see. Today, being the 11th, we had nothing in. After the Edge on Sunday, Monday we had the Coral Adventurer. And then Crown Princess is expected in on Monday, the 16th, and the Westerdam on the 17th. And that's what cruise ships are coming into Melbourne. In Sydney, today they had Queen Elizabeth, so she was there. Pacific Adventure coming in on Saturday, and also the Crown Princess. Now, the Pacific Adventure is going to be at White Bay, Crown Princess at the Overseas Passenger Terminal. Ovation of the Seas hits Sydney on Sunday, and Queen Elizabeth hits Sydney on Monday again. And then Tuesday, the Pacific Adventure, Wednesday, the Ovation of the Seas, and then we head into Hump Day of next week. So that's about it. Going to Brisbane, today they had the Diamond Princess. Tomorrow they'll get the Celebrity Edge. Friday they will get Quantum of the Seas and the Pacific Encounter on Saturday. Sunday they'll have the Carnival Luminosa, and Tuesday will be the Pacific Encounter. Then after that they get the Norwegian Sun. So there you go. That's a pretty big effort going on there. All good stuff happening down under. Cruise ships, the cruise season is starting to pick up. Unfortunately, Melbourne Port is actually quite quiet. Good news for Hobart is that Hobart is picking up. So there's a lot of good stuff happening from that point of view. Well, I better get this underway because Bruce has got his next Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise coming up fairly shortly, June of next year, which is not far away. We do have a recipient for that particular cruise, and she's an amazing young lady. We're just waiting for them to get the acceptance, and then once they've got the acceptances and they've done whatever is necessary, we will then announce who that recipient is. But she's a very special young lady. Anyway, here goes. This is the cruise she'll be on. Have a look-see. Tell us what you think.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
Yes, folks, I agree. That's a cruise we definitely don't want to miss. And unfortunately, Lady Luck did not shine on us last night. Some person is a multi-millionaire. It's not us, and I'm just having a look to see exactly what transpired out of there. But at the end of the day, we're not going on that cruise just yet. I mean, we've still got until next year in order to win, so we'll have to see what happens. But just having a look, yeah, nah, it was. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, that's nice. Well, we'll see what happens on Thursday. Anyway, it's all fun, folks. It's all fun. Try and organize ourselves for our cruise. Before I do that, oh no, yeah, well, I'm gonna have to do something special and sort out the funds, which we will do, and then we'll go on. So Jonesy is saying there was talk there today to bring the new spirits here from Scotland and run a ferry 3 times a week from Sydney to Hobart, and the second new ferry to do a mini 3-day trip around the island. Well, that's going to be an interesting setup. Hopefully, it works out because somebody did try and do a Spirit of Tasmania from Sydney down to Melbourne, and they went Sydney down to Hobart, but they went hopelessly bust. So yeah, that's a real shame. So anyway, here's hoping that it all pans out and all good things happen to those who wait and see. I mean, there's plenty to see in Tassie. It absolutely is a beautiful area. It is. It is. They call it the Apple Island. They don't call it the Apple Isle for nothing because it is absolutely gorgeous, to be honest. And I never lie. Well, actually, I do when I go to sleep, but that's besides the point. Peter's saying we're looking at Carnival Luminosa for New Year's 24-25, 7 nights, 3 ports, Noumea, Lifu, and Mystery Island. That's going to be an awesome cruise. Unfortunately, it does not pick up Suva, which is what Ilana really wants. 25, 26, you're saying. Correction, 25, 26. So what we're looking at is actually doing a cruise around about 27. So when that cruise comes out, that itinerary comes out, we'll certainly be making it a HH4C cruise. And as a result, we'll definitely be getting a bucket load of people coming on board there. And we want to get a recipient on board as well. So all the Aussies, come join us. Not sure what cruise line just yet, but we're waiting for all the itineraries to come out for 27. January 27. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. We're actually quite excited about going in and seeing the Edge on Sunday because when we went, we were thinking we did have the Edge booked and we were really sorry that we had to cancel. We know that we will be sailing on her at another point in time, but she really is a magnificent looking ship. Even with the magic carpet out on the side, it just makes it a huge difference. And you just look, it just goes on for kilometers. It's almost like you need a passport to get from one end to the other. Just a beautiful ship. And we were talking to some of the cruisers that were getting off there and having a bit of a look around, a bit of an excursion, and they were really we got mixed bag. Mostly they were excited about being on there and the food options and everything that the Celebrity Edge has to offer. So it was absolutely great. Um, you know, it's going to be fun. We also had a chat to some of the crew. That was great. Watching them. Amy says she can't wait to sail on her. Yeah, you're going to have some fun. You're definitely going to have some fun. Yeah, so it is what it is, Life hits you in various ways, and you've got to do what you need to do to either stay on board or get off. We had to get off, so there's always next time. That's the way we looked at it. Some things were important. Sharon is saying that she's got a real storm going on crazy there. It's really coming down. We're actually quite fortunate. It's nice, peaceful, and quiet. We've got it at 2021, which is 8:21 in the evening. We've got 20 degrees with 62% humidity in the air. But I'll tell you what, it's just a very, very pleasant evening. Just nice and quiet. Amy is saying, hopefully the kids behave for us. Yeah, well, the Edge has got a shipload of stuff to do, especially for the kids. So you could always palm them off. On the other hand, you could always get grandma and grandpa to come in and help. I mean, after all, they did go on a cruise on their own, right? John is saying it's raining where he is as well. Hey, John, Sharon, let me just say, better rain than that white stuff, agreed? Because that white stuff is actually quite freezing. But the rain, well, at least it keeps the world going. That white stuff, you've got to wait until it melts. Hashtag Jonesy, hashtag not exclamation point, hashtag. Sharon is saying, John, you're getting a bit of a thundering. Or, when you say thunderbox, I mean, we think of the nature reserve. So there you go. John is saying, yes, definitely. Theirs is all melted. That's cool. A few of you have said you've had some good stuff happening, as in there's been rain but not snow. So there you go. And Sharon's going, absolutely. So, yep. Jonesy's done the right thing. Hashtag duck. And this is what it came up with. Welcome, Radio Jonesy. Please connect with Jonesy. And there's his YouTube channel. So go ahead and put it in. Have a look. John is saying no thunder, just rain. No thunder. Well, as long as it's just rain and there's not a lot of thunder, that's cool. Thundering and lightning where Sharon is. Sharon, stay indoors. Do not go out where there's lightning. Peter is going, no, looking forward to next Monday. 30, oh yeah. Yeah, no. You guys work until it's 38, don't you? You got a temp limit, isn't it 38 or 35? And then it's tools down. Thundering and lightning just stopped where Sharon is. Shh, don't say it too loud. It might come back. Yeah. Where are you working, Pete? Which area? I know what you do, but I'm just asking, what area of Melbourne are you going to be working in? Especially with that little heat wave. Amy's saying that Peter works through it all. Pete, you're just a trooper, mate. You're just a trooper. Sharon is saying just a lot of rain and oh no, Sean, I'll be staying inside today. Good on you. If I went outside, I'd start sprouting hair. The rain would make me sprout some hair, so there you go. Yeah, we've done that one. Jones is going with a hashtag duck again, and this is his other channel. So the first one was Radio Jonesy on tour, and this one is Radio Jonesy. So there we go. Nightbot needs to be corrected because it's not brunch, it is hump day with the ducks. So there you go. So now, if you guys have had the opportunity or have not, check out our new channel. It is the downundercruises.com. Have a look at that. I just I think I've completed it, but I do need some good proofreaders. Have a look and see what you think. Peter is saying 35, but they aren't in the union, so you have to keep pushing on. Pete, as long as you got plenty of water with you, mate. Plenty of water. That's all I ask. Keep drinking. Keep sipping it down. Do not let yourself get hung out to dry. At 39 degrees, you're getting awfully close to almost being in a circumstance where you can get heat stroke. So I really am asking you, keep sipping the water through the day as the temp rises. Craze Cruise Fam. I always turn those two around. Cruise Crazed Fam has put in their hashtag duck, and that's what you get. You get a glorious link, which I suggest you folks jump onto, because Amy and Peter have put in a shipload of work to get to giving you all the information that they've got. And I can tell you, Amy is doing an amazing job. So just keep it up. She's a busy lady. Just get in there, folks. Have a look and just hit the like and sub button, and you'll get all that great Aussie stuff coming out of coming from Down Under, which is what we want you guys to do, because I know that some of you are actually headed down under for some cruises coming up shortly. So that's going to be amazing. Amazing. Really amazing. No? Well, it's true. Your channel is good, and can't wait to see you get the 4 figures, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, magically, the millions of dollars start pouring in, so that you can then make some lifestyle decisions. Shall I go or shall I stay? And coffee needs to be a bit warmer, I think, but it's doing the job. It's doing the job. So, yeah. So just looking at some of the cruise ships that are around these days, it looks like we're going to be getting some of the newer ones come down, which is going to be great. We want to find out. We found out through social media that Norwegian had cancelled, and we think it's an entire class of ships. Because they cancelled, it was 4 ships that they cancelled, and they cancelled them for a number of weeks, and we're wondering why they were all cancelled. But at the end of the day, there are other ships going out, and Norwegian is still doing fine. We'll just wait and see what happens. So yeah, that's a bit of a shock to the system to see some things pulling away. And this is the important one, Amy. Yes, we do want to see something in Melbourne. We want to see great things in Melbourne. But I want to say this. Melbourne Ports needs to shake a leg and revamp the current terminal. And also the other ex-terminal, Princess Pier, which is the one that was actually taken down and put into rack and ruin. I reckon they should build a cruise port there as well. So you've got the 2 main cruise ports side by side. That should be done, I reckon, because, I mean, there's just so much potential for ships to come on in. And it's not that hard to put, at least 4 huge what are they called? From the Royal Caribbean, 2 Icon class ships in there. It shouldn't be that hard. that we've got the space. Amy is saying, got to take advantage of the two more she has. Oh, the two. Yeah, I get it. The two more cruises that she's got, the promos and so forth. Awesome. Yes, well, that's what I honestly believe, is that they've got kind of like part of the infrastructure set up in Port Melbourne, South Melbourne. South Melbourne. Yeah, no, it's not. It's Port Melbourne Station Pier. So where Station Pier is, there is another pier, Princess Pier as well. There is enough room. The space is huge enough. The ocean, or the water there, is deep enough to take those Icon class ships, and you can have one on either side of the dock, in two lots. So we could actually, technically speaking, have four of those Icon class ships docked in Melbourne in Station Pier. But yeah, well, it is what it is. Anyway, here's hoping that the foreshore, the St Kilda foreshore, actually get their act into gear and upgrade those ports, because Melbourne is actually a fantastic place to come in and actually cruise from. You've got the St Kilda beach. You've got you know what? You come in on a weekend, say on a Sunday, and it's just a little hike down to the Esplanade, where there is a weekend market there, and there's just so much stuff you can get. It's a walk along, and there is so many vendors there. They've got their tents and all that sort of stuff. The beach is awesome. There's usually something going on the beach every weekend. So you know, you got to come into Station Pier. Currently, the ships all provide a crew, a shuttle that goes into the city, but you could also jump on one of the tram cars. You guys call them trolleys. You could jump on one of those, and they take you straight into the city. That's another way of getting on there. The good news is the cruises give you a free shuttle, but if you really wanted to experience life, go jump on one of the trolleys. Take a ride in. Amy is saying that the Splendor crew loved Melbourne when they came, and I can fully understand why, because you get off the ship, it's the area around looks beautiful. It's a nice walk. You're not that far away from walking to South Melbourne Market, or even the Grand Prix track, which is in Albert Park. It's not that far away. It's easy to get to, and there's quite a bit of stuff going on round about that area there, where you've got Port Phillip Bay, and you've got Albert Park, and you've got South Melbourne, and you've got Bay Street, South Melbourne, and that's actually quite exquisite to go and look at as well. So Melbourne has some beautiful things. Melbourne is the grand old lady, let me say. All right, Sydney Harbour is exquisite, I will say, and you do have things like the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and you've got the Opera House on the other side, and you're facing in towards Circular Quay. You've got Taronga Zoo behind you, and the view of the Sydney CBD is actually quite exquisite. Yes, Sydney does have that, but I call Sydney the hussy, because it is quite a fast environment, and things happen very quickly in Sydney. Melbourne is a bit more relaxed. It's got a bit more charm. You want to buy good fashion, you can get that in Melbourne. You want to go and get some art, you can get that in Melbourne. You can well, hello over here. Yeah, look, I gave Tassie a rev up, right? I did give it a rev up. It is a beautiful island, and it is beautiful from a scenic point of view. And they do make the best beer in Australia because their water is the clearest and their air is the cleanest. But having said that, Melbourne is still not a bad spot. Peter's saying if he was a billionaire, he'd invest it all in all-day parking shuttles and new terminal, etc. If you were a billionaire, mate, if you're a billionaire, all you need to do is build a car park. Build a car park and update the terminal and kick Melbourne ports out, and then you could charge. And I'm guarantee that the charges you make to the cruise lines would be a damn sight less than Melbourne ports, and you'd get a shipload of ships coming in. Jonesy's in HH4C. Good on you, mate. Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming into there. We've got 4 in HH4C and 7 in the Ducks. Well, that's cool. I can't see anybody in Facebook at this point, so there we go. But no, that's cool. Good to see you there, mate. All right, so 14 days and a wake up. What's Santa going to bring you? We know that Pete and Amy are going on cruises, so there you go. Cruise terminal in Frankston. Now, why on earth would you do that? I mean, seriously. I know it's closer to you, but my question is, why on earth would you put a cruise terminal in Frankston? Because, I mean, Frankston looks okay, but you're getting some nefarious characters around there. I'd much rather leave it where it is, because where it is right now, it's not a long walk to go down to the St Kilda Pier and see the penguins, which currently is still free, and then go a little bit further down and see, Luna Park on one side, and on the other side you would see the St Kilda Marina. So no, you don't get that everywhere. You do not get the St Kilda Marina in Frankston. And only good people come down to Station Pier. I mean, Frankston, seriously? What's Frankie got? Give me one good thing about Frankston. Radio Jonesy is saying Santa's bringing me the best present every Tasmanian wants. What's that? A stubby? But that's exactly why, because it's closer to her. Seems reasonable. No, then it means I've got to go all the way up there when you can come all the way down here and go past our place. Another chainsaw, that's what he wants. Okay. Amy is saying she was talking about riffraff. Yeah, I know. Best gym there. Where? In Franger? Where's the best gym in Frankston? I thought the best gym was in Narry, near you, or actually in your garage. That's where the best gym is, where you can have your private clients. Oh boy, that's all fun. It's all fun in the sun. You got to look, folks. No matter who you are, what you do, you've got to get on a cruise at some point. Come and enjoy the cruise life. I mean, I've just been watching a couple of couples, Nancy and Alan Plack from Nautical Nurse Nancy, and Sarah and Bob from Q's Cruises. And they are sailing together on the Jubilee at the moment, and they're having a whale of a time. Nancy keeps on complaining that, she keeps on complaining that she's had too much of an alcoholic infusion. I can fully understand why. And also she whispers a lot. Oh, excuse me. She also whispers a lot, which is rather interesting because you can tell Nancy's on a cruise ship miles around. So there you go. Jonesy is saying anytime fitness in Bernie. Okay, we know that. But do you go? John is saying Sarah hit a nice win. Did she? How much was a nice win? And thank you, Jonesy. Thank you very much, mate. I'm curious. What's a nice win? Did she pay for the cruise? Did they give her a free cruise because she won? Well, the amount of money she won was that enough to make a free cruise? Other than that, folks, hey, not a lot of info going on right now. I know Jimmy's busy stirring, and you never know what could happen. Freaking hell, $1,300. Well, that pays for Nancy's drinks bill. Whoops. Did I say that? Did I say that aloud? No, that would pay for the cruise. Because for you guys across the pond, that's yeah, Jonesy. Just my thought. Ka-ching. Yep, exactly. From my thought process, that seems a bucket load of money. What else is news? What else can I tell you other than there's a heap load of people getting more and more involved with the HH4C, so that's great. So Will's, I'm just typing something here for Jimmy because I know he's awake. I don't want him to come up into the chat with us and have a chat. In the chat. There we go. I'll just send him a quick message. And you never know. He may just pop in and say, "G'day, folks. How you going?" Pete says, "House always wins for me. I don't get tempted." Mate, you know what? From my point of view, and I'm no different to you, both Ilana and I go to the casino every time we're there, and we use the casino as a thoroughfare because it's the quickest way for us to get from point A to point B. We never sit at the tables or the slots or anything like that. Not interested. I've seen too many people suffer. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And in actual fact, going to a casino on a cruise ship, I really don't want to start smoking. I mean, anytime you walk into one of those places, it's always filled with smoke. I know they're trying to get a smokers casino away from a non-smokers casino, but it never works well. It never works well. You always can smell that cigarette smoke, and for us, for me in particular, I just can't handle it. Sorry to say, can't handle it. It's too much like on my nose. Anyway, enough about that negative stuff. Let's look at the happy stuff. I mean, the ports are getting busier. Oh, look who's popped in. G'day, Jimmy. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're feeling okay. Not overly tired, but you're feeling okay. I know that today's going to be an awesome day for you. I just know it. John is saying he plays a little, but he doesn't go overboard. Play on words. Yeah, I know. You know what? There are a lot of people who don't know when to stop, and that's half the problem. I don't want to get started so that I have to make that choice. Because, as Pete says, the house always wins. John is saying g'day to Jimmy. Jimmy's saying g'day. Every day is Groundhog Day. Mate, we understand that. Seriously, we do. G'day, John. Now, Jimmy, if you feel up to it, hashtag duck all in lowercase in the chat and see what happens. Just see what happens. G'day, Jonesy. And Jimmy, after our live, if you feel up to it, I'll get into a messenger call with you, mate, because I have a little bit of news for you that you would be interested in. And we'll have a bit of a chat about it if you feel up to it. There you go. Hashtag duck. And what do you know? Jonesy's saying, when I worked in security, I had to go around the slots at the end of the night, and each machine had around $10,000. Man, that's a lot of money. If you're in the helping hands, it won't work, Jimmy, but you need to be in the ducks for it to work. But the more we get in the... and by the way, folks, I know you're around. Please hit the like button as well. It certainly does us wonders every time we get people hitting the like button. Okay, sounds good, mate. Yeah. Awesome. We'll have our chat. Hi, Jimmy from Jonesy. Yes, so what else can I say? We've got some happy things happening, and we will... we look forward to it. We're looking for people, actually, we are looking for people who want to host some cruises so that we can put some new recipients on board the cruise ship. So that'll be awesome. So if you feel up to hosting a cruise, a group cruise, just put together a 2 to 5 minute video telling us why you think you should be chosen as a host, and that'll go to the board, and the board will have some discussion about it, and hopefully it's a yes and not a no. All right, now Peter is saying spend money on cruising, much more rewarding. I fully agree with that, buddy. Oh, there you go. Jones, Jimmy's saying good day to you, Pete. The good news is the more you spend on the cruise, the better it is. Jonesy's saying there's around 120 machines, so that's a lot of cash just in one club. You're not wrong, mate. That's a shipload of money. Okay, so if you look at cruising from my point of view, there's no better vacation as far as I'm concerned. Because, I mean, just think about it. You're getting food, you're getting accommodation, you're getting entertainment, you're getting travel, and you're getting some social activities put up for you. So what more do you need? What more do you need? Yes, Jimmy, hope you are well. And Jimmy's getting there, I can tell you. Just listening to him every day. I talk to him every day as well as I talk to a few others every day, and that's great. Jimmy's doing his live at 6 a.m. Eastern, which works out to 10 p.m. Australian time on the Eastern Seaboard. So, Pete, if you feel up to it, hang around for Jimmy's live at 10 p.m. and you can get on and have a chat with him. We need Ricky Rocker on every group cruise. Jimmy, you saw what he did to my house. You saw what he did to my car. And you want him on every group cruise. Seriously. Sharon, Jimmy, I'll be there at 6. Awesome. That's good. If you're going on Jimmy's, do me a favor, folks. Hashtag ducks. That'd be great. That'd be really great. Okay, so Pete, I'm doing okay, thanks. Yeah, he's doing okay. Okay, so with that in mind, folks, I don't have much more to say, and I would be I would basically be regurgitating the old stuff. So what I'm going to do is call it quits. I will let you know when there is a bit more info on the rock and roll tribute, and as soon as I'm told, I can tell you. So there we go. So hashtag duck raid is what he wants to put on for his show. So there we go. And John says he's already waiting. So there you go. John Ice. That should be That's Nice. Anyway, folks, Friday night, hopefully I've got some more news for you, for those of you across the pond. For those on our side of the pond, we'll catch up with you at 2 p.m. on Saturday Arvo. So I'll let you know what other news we have as far as the rock and roll is concerned. But talk soon, guys. Have a great day, and we shall catch you later. See you at Jimmy's. Bye now.